Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of First View Group and Soul Planet, I'm Sheenam, your host for today's webinar, and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to Powering Thailand's Clean Energy Future, Trends in Residential, Commercial, and Industrial Solar Energy Storage. I would like to thank everyone who has taken time to join us today. We truly appreciate your presence. Before we begin, let's take a moment to set context for today's discussion. Thailand is entering a new phase of its clean energy transition, driven by rising electricity demand, increasing energy costs, supportive government initiatives, and growing focus on energy independence. Across residential, commercial, and industrial sectors, solar energy is rapidly emerging as preferred solution for reducing electricity costs while advancing sustainability goals. At the same time, battery energy storage systems are transforming how energy is generated, stored, and consumed, enabling greater reliability, resilience, and smart energy management. Today's webinar brings together a leading industry experts to discuss the latest market trends, policy developments, technology innovations, and business opportunities shaping Thailand's evolving solar and energy storage landscape. Our discussions today will focus on Thailand's solar and energy storage market outlook, growth opportunities across residential CNI solar segments, emerging battery storage, intelligent energy solutions, policy developments, financing models, and market challenges. The future of Thailand's clean energy transition. Before we move into today's program, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our webinar partner, Soul Planet. This webinar is proudly organized in association with Soul Planet, a leading provider of intelligent solar and energy solutions committed to accelerating the transition to clean and sustainable energy. With a comprehensive portfolio that includes smart solar inverters, advanced battery energy storage systems, intelligent energy management platforms, real time monitoring solutions, and EV charging technologies. Soul Planet is empowering homes, businesses, and communities with reliable, efficient, and future ready energy solutions. Through continuous innovation and strong local support, Soul Planet is playing an important role in advancing rooftop solar adoption and smart energy solutions across Thailand and the wider Southeast Asia region. We are delighted to have Soul Planet as our knowledge partner for today's webinar and sincerely thank them for their valuable support. Before we move ahead, a quick reminder to all our attendees, this is an interactive session and we encourage all of you to submit your questions through our webinar using the Q&A box. We'll address as many of them as possible during the live Q&A session towards the end. Now, let's begin the program. We now move to our partner presentation to share more about Soul Planet's solutions and its vision for Thailand's rooftop solar market. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Tantai Uchon, Sales Manager, Soul Planet, for his presentation titled Soul Planet for Thailand, Smart Inverters, Hybrid Systems, and Local Support for Rooftop Solar Growth. Over to you, Mr. Tantai.
ครับผมก่อนอื่นเลยก็สวัสดีทุกคนแล้วก็ขอบคุณมากนะครับที่เข้ามาจอยเว็บมินาในวันนี้เดี๋ยวทางผมเนี่ยเป็นตัวแทนจากทางบริษัทโซ Planet ก็อยากจะทำให้ท่านๆทุกคนได้รู้จักตัวแบรนด์ของเรามากขึ้นโซ Planet ของเรามีมอตโต้ว่า Solar for Everybody ครับเพราะว่าเราก็อยากให้ทุกท่านไม่ว่าจะเป็น High End Low End หรือว่าตามคอมมูนิตี้ต่างๆเราอยากให้ ตัวโซล่าเนี่ยสามารถครอบคลุมเข้าถึงได้ในทุกๆเซกชันครับผม ครับผมคลิปเมื่อกี้เป็นคลิปของโรงงานของเรานะฮะตั้งอยู่ที่หยางจงในประเทศจีนซึ่งบอกเลยตรงๆว่าโซฟาเน็ตเนี่ยเราก็เพิ่งเข้ามาในตลาดไทยนะฮะมันจะมีอะไรที่มันแตกต่างมีอะไรที่ความแข็งแกร่งของแบรนด์ที่สามารถเข้ามาสู้กับแบรนด์ที่มีอยู่แล้วในประเทศไทยได้จริงๆโซฟาเน็ตไม่ใช่แบรนด์ใหม่นะครับโซฟาเน็ตเป็นแบรนด์ที่เป็นบริษัทที่อยู่มาค่อนข้างนานแล้วแต่ว่าเขาก็เพิ่งเข้ามากันในประเทศไทยช่วง2-3 ปีมานี้ครับประวัติของโซฟาเน็ตเนี่ย เรามีมาตั้งแต่ปี2009ครับในสมัยก่อนจะชื่อว่า Silver Solar เราเป็นบริษัท ODM ที่ส่งออกเยอะที่สุดในโลกนะครับเพราะว่าเราอยู่เบื้องหลังหลายๆแบรนด์ไม่ว่าจะเป็นพาร์ทเนอร์ของเราทั้ง SMA Schneider ชิ้นตอนนี้ R&D Center ของ Soplanet มีทั้งหมด4ที่ครับก็จะเห็นได้ว่ามีที่จีนที่3ที่แล้วก็จะมีที่เยอรมันที่1นะฮะ HQ ของเราตอนนี้อยู่ที่เซี่ยงไฮ้ครับผม ตัว manufacturing center หรือว่าตัวโรงงานของเราเนี่ยมีพลังการผลิตกับพลังการผลิตมากถึง32กิกะวัตต์ซึ่งเราก็ต้องมีความแข็งแกร่งพอที่จะต้องสามารถ support การ ODM จากบริษัทต่างๆรวมถึงบริษัทของเราเองก็คือ Soplanet นะครับ Sopanet ตัวอินเวอร์เตอร์เนี่ยเรามี cover ทุก section เลยตั้งแต่ residential C&I จนถึง utility ซึ่งการที่เราจะเข้ามาสู้ในตลาดเนี่ยเราก็ต้องมีอะไรที่มันเปลี่ยนแปลงจากเจ้าอื่นๆได้สิ่งที่เราอ่าเป็นมอตโต้ที่เราเข้ามาในประเทศไทยก็คือเราต้องเท่ากับหรือดีกว่าครับเท่ากับหรือดีกว่าทำได้ยังไง อินเวอร์เตอร์ทุกตัวของเราอ่าตั้งแต่residential ถึง CNI เราให้การันตีเป็น10 ปีหมด2อินเวอร์เตอร์ทุกตัวนะครับเน้นว่าทุกตัวเป็น IP66ฮะอย่างในตลาดทั่วไปส่วนมากตอนนี้ก็ยังเป็น IP65กันอยู่แต่เราเซตเป็น standard ไว้เลยว่าอินเวอร์เตอร์ของเราต้องเป็น IP66ครับผม แล้ว3เราก็จะมีเทคโนโลยีที่มันเป็นส่วนตัวของเราเทคโนโลยีที่เจ้าอื่นไม่สามารถมีได้เพราะว่าอันนี้เป็นแพทเทิร์นนะฮะก็คือ Soul Planet Shade Soul ครับผม Soul Soul Planet Shade Soul มีหน้าที่อะไรพูดพูดในภาพรวมง่ายๆก็คือมันจะเป็นระบบจัดการเรื่องเงาฮะก็ปกติแล้วเนี่ยเราก็จะมี Optimizer ติดใต้แผงช่วยในการ bypass แผงเวลาที่แผงไหนมัน voltage มัน drop แต่ว่าตัว Soul Penetrate Zone เนี่ยเป็นซอฟต์แวร์ครับ ฉะนั้นจะไม่มีการจ่ายเงินเพิ่มเติมเพื่อเพิ่มอุปกรณ์ แต่ว่าตัว Soul Penetrate Zone เนี่ยจะอยู่ที่หัว MPPT เพื่อที่ทำการอารมณ์เหมือนคล้ายๆว่าเป็น Optimizer Line String ก็จะสามารถมันก็คือการจับจุด global MPPT ด้วย range การสแกนที่มันมากกว่าทำให้การสูญเสียที่เกิดจากเงาโดยชั่วครู่เนี่ยลดลงไปค่อนข้างเยอะครับ ต่อมาเราก็จะมาดู Product Portfolio ของตัว Residential ที่เข้ามาในประเทศไทยนะครับตอนนี้Product ของ Sopanet ทุกตัวอยู่ใน PA และ MEA แล้วหรือไม่ก็กำลังอยู่ในกระบวนการขึ้นนะครับฮะ เทียบได้ยังไงกับแบรนด์อื่นครับผม1อย่างที่พูดไปก็คือเรามีรับประกัน10ปีแล้วก็ IP66แล้วเราก็ยังแต่ละรุ่นเนี่ยเราก็ยังมีอ่า maximum maximum current ที่ค่อนข้างสูงฮะสามารถรองรับแผงทั่วไปหรือว่าแผงที่พิเศษขึ้นมาหน่อยในตลาดได้แถมการทำงานของเราก็ยังเร็วขึ้นครับเพราะว่าอะไรเพราะว่า starting voltage ของเราที่60โวลต์เท่านั้นหมายความว่าไงครับหมายความว่าอ่า อย่างอินเวอร์เตอร์ตัวอื่นอาจจะต้องแดดตอน7 โมง8 โมงแต่อินเวอร์เตอร์ของเราเมื่อโวลต์ starting voltage น้อยลงอาจจะแดดตอนตี 5 6 โมงอย่างนี้อินเวอร์เตอร์ของเราก็จะพร้อมทำงานซึ่งมันหมายความว่าอะไรครับมันหมายความว่ายิวที่คุณจะได้ในวันนั้นเนี่ยก็จะเยอะขึ้นตามเพราะว่าเราก็จะตื่นเช้าเร็วแล้วก็เราก็จะนอนช้าใช่ไหมครับ ต่อไปก็จะเป็นตัวไฮบริดนะฮะซึ่งตอนนี้ก็คือทางประเทศในประเทศไทยเนี่ยก็กำลังบูมมากเลยนะแล้วก็มี policy อะไรต่างๆมาตอนนี้ตรงเพนก็มีไฮบริดโซลูชันมาออฟเฟอร์ให้กับทุกท่านนะครับ เรามีทั้ง EV charger มีแบตเตอรี่แล้วก็มีอินเวอร์เตอร์ให้มันอยู่ในซิสเต็มเดียวกันการ switching ของเราเป็น UPS class นะครับก็คือต่ำกว่า10มิลลิเซกแปลว่าเวลาที่เปิดทีวีอยู่แล้วมีไฟกระช่างเนี่ยทีวีก็จะไม่ดับไฟก็จะไม่กระตุกครับผมตอนนี้เป็นตัวไฮบริดที่เข้ามาในประเทศไทยนะครับก็จะมี 5K 10K แล้วก็ 30K ครับผมอ่าด้วยตัวเทคโนโลยีเนี่ยเรามี capability ค่อนข้างสูงเราสามารถรับการ overload ไฟได้ค่อนข้างเยอะแถมการ overload ฝั่ง DC เนี่ยเราสามารถเชฟวิ่งไปใส่ตัวฝั่งแบตเตอรี่ได้ถึง 100% เลยครับครับผมการ unbalance load ของเราซึ่งบางบางทีบ้านเราใช่ไหมครับสมมุติเป็น3เฟสบางทีมันจะตั้งให้เฟสแรกเป็นที่ลงรถเฟส2เป็นที่ห้องนอนเฟส3เป็นห้องนั่งเล่นเราสามารถโยกไฟไปมาในระหว่างเฟสได้ครับซึ่งมันก็จะต่างยังไงกับการที่เราดึงจากการไฟฟ้ามาทุกเฟสแล้วเราก็แค่ปล่อยให้มันเป็น zero spot การทำอย่างเงี้ยเพราะว่าทุกคนทำไฟฟ้ามาทุกคนก็รู้ว่าในสายมันก็ต้องมี loss ใช่ไหมครับการทำอย่างนี้ก็คือการ minimize loss ให้น้อยที่สุดให้อ่าอินเวอร์เตอร์จ่ายไฟในบ้านเท่าที่บ้านต้องการใช้จริงๆครับตัวไฮบริดเราก็ไม่มีห้าโหมดนะฮะหลักๆก็คือจะเป็นโหมดชาร์จให้บ้านก่อนหรือว่าชาร์จให้แบตก่อนหรือว่าจะเป็นโหมดตั้งตามเวลาหรือว่าตั้งตามเปอร์เซ็นต์แถมอินเวอร์เตอร์ของเราสามารถเป็นออฟกริดล้วนได้ด้วยครับถ้าเกิดใช้คู่กับแบตเตอรี่ครับผมตัวแบตเตอรี่ของโซลแพเน็ตนะครับตัวนี้ก็จะเป็นIP66เหมือนกันเหมือนกับตัวอินเวอร์เตอร์รับประกัน10ปีนะครับแบตเตอรี่6,000ไซเคิล ตัวแบตเตอรี่เนี่ยมันจะมีรูปร่างค่อนข้างผอมฮะถ้าเกิดเทียบกับแบตเตอรี่ต่างๆในตลาดตอนนี้เราก็จะสามารถเอามาแปะไว้ข้างกำแพงรถหรืออะไรประมาณนี้ได้แล้วก็จะตัวนี้ก็จะเป็นตัว16กิโลวัตต์อเวอร์นะฮะแบตเตอรี่ของ Solar Planet อันนี้สำหรับบ้านที่อาจจะงบถูกลงมาหรือว่าต้องการใช้ในสเกลที่เยอะแต่ว่าแล้วก็มีพื้นที่รับรองพอก็จะเป็นตัวนี้จะเป็น IP20 ฮะ IP20 ก็จะเป็นคลาสที่เป็นสำหรับ indoor และสำหรับเอาไว้ในบ้านหรือว่าสร้างที่กักเก็บแบตเตอรี่นะฮะก็จะเป็นรับประกัน7ปีครับผม ส่วนตัวนี้มาก็จะเป็น high voltage battery นะครับที่กล่าวมาก่อนหน้านี้จะเป็น low voltage ตัว high voltage battery เนี่ยก็จะมี BMS บนหัวตัวหนึ่งตัวนี้จะเป็น IP65ครับผมครับผมแล้วก็parallel มากับตัว low voltage เลยก็คือเราก็มี solution ที่เป็น IP20 ให้ด้วยเพราะว่าด้วยราคาแบตเตอรี่ที่ตอนนี้ทุกท่านก็น่าจะรู้ว่าค่อนข้างสูงนะฮะเราก็จะมีโมเดลที่มันsustainable มากกว่ามา offer ให้ครับเป็น IP20 ครับ high voltage battery ครับผมเรามาต่อกันที่ระดับที่ใหญ่ขึ้นมานะครับระดับ C&I ตอนนี้ในประเทศไทยก็มี40 50 100กับ150ซึ่งพวกนี้ก็อยู่ใน PA MEA หมดแล้วเหมือนกัน
About 540 light years away, there lies the constellation of Aquarius, and it's calling us. It's time to look up into the sky. Up in the sky, several stars have changed human history. These notable Aquarians embraced the cry of innovative progress. Again, and again, and yet again. The Braves enter the unknown. So does Soul Planet. We are following the light that will power our world. Introducing our new Aquarius commercial inverter. This powerful commercial inverter will energize your business. With high efficiency, it can run a lean, mean, green business. Aquarius is reliable and can push through tough times and difficult obstacles. Aquarius is intelligent, future-forward, and an invention for the newest generation. Harnessing the power of the sun and collecting sunbeams to create the best inventions that make your world better. We're harnessing the sunlight, making splashes to shower the world with innovation. Sunlight travels 93 million miles to get to Earth, to warm you and shine light into your life. The future starts now.
ครับผมวิดีโอที่เห็นไปก็จะเป็นวิดีโอของตัว100กิโลวัตต์นะฮะก็เราก็อ่ามีการออฟเฟอร์เพราะว่าเราก็อยากจะให้อะไรที่มันมากกว่าตามมอเตอร์ที่เราตั้งไว้ของประเทศไทยนะฮะด้วย High Efficiency ที่ค่อนข้างสูงถ้าเทียบกับตัวในตลาดแล้วเราก็มีการแจก IV Curve ให้ฟรีครับสำหรับการ tracking หรือว่าการ monitoring ตัวตอนนี้ตัวที่ใหญ่ที่สุดที่อยู่ในประเทศไทยก็จะเป็นตัว 150K นะครับซึ่งตัวนี้จะค่อนข้างพิเศษกว่าตัวอื่นที่ยังอยู่ในตลาดโดย1คือเรามี8 MPPT ครับก็คือมันก็จะให้โอกาสในการดีไซน์การสร้างวาดไซส์ง่ายขึ้นแล้วเราก็จะหัว MPPT เนี่ยสามารถรับแอมป์ได้สูงถึง48แอมป์ครับซึ่งถือว่าค่อนข้างเยอะมากต่อไปพูดถึง CNI ก็มาต่อกันที่ตัว Utility นะครับตอนนี้ในประเทศไทยเนี่ยมีตัว250กิโลวัตต์แล้วก็มี360กิโลวัตต์ PA เรียบร้อยแล้วซึ่งตัว Utility เนี่ยจะมีความพิเศษเพิ่มขึ้นไปอีกฮะซึ่งเหมาะกับประเทศไทยมากเพราะว่าตัว Solar Planet นะครับมี derating จาก temperature ค่อนข้างต่ำครับอย่างเช่นในตลาดบางแบรนด์350กิโลวัตต์ที่ PA เนี่ยเขากำหนดไว้ว่าคุณต้องเขียน rated power ให้เขาในที่อุณหภูมิ40องศาดังนั้นบางแบรนด์350กิโลวัตต์เขาอาจจะตกไปเหลือ330หรือว่าตัว330เขาอาจจะตกไปเหลือ310หรืออะไรประมาณนี้โซลแพเน็ตของเราที่เราเอา360เข้ามาเพราะว่าตอนที่40องศาเนี่ยเขาตกไปเหลือแค่350เท่านั้นครับประมาณ 3% ซึ่งพอเราฝั่งโซลแพเน็ตเนี่ยได้ทำการเขียนเรทโวลเตจให้ PA เป็น350แล้วทำให้การดีไซน์ไซส์เนี่ยมันค่อนข้างง่ายขึ้นจะมีการบวกตัว360กับ250 2ตัวมันก็เป็น600แล้วใช่ไหมฮะมันก็จะเป็นเลขลงท้ายด้วย0มันทำให้การดีไซน์ไซส์การบวกลบอะไรเนี่ยง่ายขึ้นแล้วก็ตัว Solar Planet ของเราครับก็มี C5M ด้วยซึ่ง C5M เนี่ยย่อมาจาก Marine ก็คือเป็นเคสที่เอาไว้กันพวกไอจากไอเกลืออะไรอย่างนี้มากัดก่อนแต่ว่า Solar Planet เราให้เยอะกว่านั้นนี่ครับว่า Solar Planet เราเนี่ยเรามี C5H หรือว่าย่อมาจาก High Corrosion ตอนนี้ในเทียร์1เนี่ย Solar Planet ยังเป็นแบรนด์เดียวที่ยังออฟเฟอร์เป็น Standard ให้อยู่สำหรับตัว Utility นะครับตัว C5H สามารถวางห่างจากน้ำทะเลได้เลยประมาณ10เมตรหรืออะไรอย่างนี้ซึ่งถือว่าเป็นสเปคที่ค่อนข้างสูงมากอย่างที่ได้พูดไปเนี่ยตัว Solar Planet เนี่ยเขาจะมีค่อนข้างมั่นใจในความแข็งแรงของตัวอินเวอร์เตอร์การ protection อะไรอย่างนี้ที่ค่อนข้างสูงแล้วเราก็ยังสามารถให้ yield ที่สูงกว่า efficiency ที่สูงกว่าได้ด้วยต่อมาก็จะเป็นตัว PCS นะครับตอนนี้ก็กำลังเอาเข้ามาในประเทศไทยอยู่ก็จะเป็น125กิโลวัตต์ต่อ261กิโลวัตต์ hour แบตเตอรี่นะฮะแล้วก็จะเป็นระบบliquid cooling ก็จะมี PCS ในตัวนะครับสำหรับฝั่ง AC ครับผมแอปพลิเคชันท่านสามารถลองไปโหลดใช้ได้หรือว่าเปิดบนเว็บไซต์ได้นะครับตัว Soul Planet นี่ก็จะมี เป็นแอปก็จะมีเป็นไอคอนน่ารักให้ลองดูลองเล่นกันว่ามีออปชันอะไรได้บ้างที่ installer หลายๆเจ้าถูกใจเนี่ยเพราะว่าตัว Soulplanet แอปในมือถือเนี่ยสามารถคอนฟิกเกอร์ค่าได้หลายอย่างมากๆฮะสามารถไม่ว่าจะเป็น LVRT HVRT หรือว่าคอนฟิกอะไรที่มันลึกกว่านั้นเขาสามารถเข้าไปดูได้หมดครับผม อันนี้ก็จะเป็น installer นะครับเป็นโปรโมชั่นของทางเราแล้วกันก็คือ installer ใหม่ที่ตัดสินใจที่จะมาร่วมมือกับเราก็จะมี cash rebate คืนให้ครับถ้าเกิดสนใจก็สามารถติดต่อมาทางผมหรือว่าทางทีมงาน Soulplanet เพิ่มเติมได้ครับผมเราก็ไปจอยที่งาน ASEW มานะครับก็ท่านไหนที่ได้ไปก็อาจจะเห็นเราบ้างครับผม ก็ขอบคุณทุกท่านมากครับที่ให้ความสนใจก็ขอฝากตัวจะเรียกน้องใหม่ก็ได้โซเพเน็ตไว้ในตลาดไทยด้วยนะครับผมขอบคุณครับ
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Tantai. It was very insightful presentation. We now move on to highlight of the today's webinar, our leadership panel discussion. Title of our panel discussion is Thailand's Next Solar Wave, Residential Adoption, CNI Expansion, and Storage Integration. This session will explore the trends, opportunities, and challenges driving Thailand's next phases of solar growth across residential, commercial, and industrial energy storage markets. Guiding and moderating today's session is Mr. Pasamon Peshwan, Associate Director and Associate Fellow, Frost and Civilian. Joining him on the panel are Mr. Pisil Yu Yanyong, Deputy CEO, Southeast Asia CleanMax, Mr. Komson Kenyota, Thailand Managing Director and Regional New Business Development, Peak Energy, Mr. Jakit Sevaponsetian, Associate Director and Head of Business Development, Altervim, Mr. Simonson, Senior Sales Director, Southeast Asia Soul Planet, and Mr. Cheney's Lakfan Fadi, Strategic Marketing Manager, Green Yellow Thailand. A very warm welcome to all of our distinguished panelists. Over to you, Mr. Pasamon.
Thank you very much, Shinam. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, I guess the audience can hear me clearly as well. So my name is Pasamon Petrasuwan. I'm an associate director of Frost and Sullivan. We're a growth consulting company. So I'm happy to be here moderating this session. So I have been moderating quite a few times, and these topics they get more and more slightly exciting each year. Although lately we got stuck on like a long trends about floating solar a bit, but we have just recent changes in the policies that has been approved by the National Energy Policy Council. The thing is that there will be a boost to green transition. So for those who follow the news, like we're having more green electricity through PPA, which is not going to cap at 2,000 megawatt for data centers anymore, but we'll be expanding it. Unfortunately, for plants that sign the contract, like a PPA contract, many years ago, you already got your adder, you already got your feed-in tariffs, and now your wholesale electricity price that you're selling to EGAT and to like a VSPP. Those it's going to be slightly slower. Right? So we are all here to say that okay, what's going to be like the movement? So let me begin by introducing the first topic that we will discuss today. So what will drive the next wave of solar growth across residential, CNI, and utility scale markets in Thailand? And the one who will answer this question, let's go to you, Simon. You are one of our esteemed sponsors.
Thank you, Mr. Pasamon. Thank you so much. Hi guys, good afternoon. Thank you very much again for joining this, let's say, webinar today. So for the first question, okay, what will the drive next wave? I think, Thailand next growth phase will be driven by, I would say, shift from the standalone solar system to the integrated energy solutions, for example, modules, batteries, EMS, etc. In residential, I think the installation should be simple and the system should be compact and operation should be also quiet, right? And in your home, right? And then safety for sure is very important. Thailand has rapid shutdown regulation, etc., and easy monitoring. And then this will help the solar plus energy reach a really a broader group of the homeowner usage. For CNI, I think the main driver will be really, let's say, the still number one, the cost reduction, and then they payback and IR can be further improved. And then for sure, some factories have the sustainability targets. But for sure, the energy resilience and better control of the consumption will become increasingly important. Growth will also depend on stronger, let's say, local ecosystems. For example, the installer should be trained better. And also, let's say, the distributors should also provide, let's say, better another layer of services, and then the after-sales service should be very fast. And then for sure, the product must be comply with let's say latest regulation because Thailand, you see, some regulations are changing, like the TISI will come soon, etc., etc. So yeah, that's what I'm from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kun Shanes, do you want to voice your opinion on that? Did you see the same growth trends like what has been discussed?
Yes. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Yeah, as a perspective of the investor, because Green Yellow is an investor, so I think each market is driven by something maybe different, but they are point in the same direction. So in the CNI segment, in our core business, the driver in the cooperative decarbonization, global brands and their supply chains now need clean and traceable energy to stay competitive. And with the direct PPA opening up now, they can finally source at the scale, and that's make the CNI the strongest and the near-term engine. In the residential, it is simple economics and confidence. The falling system costs, the rising tariffs, and the financing that lets the homeowner go solar without a large upfront cost. And at the utility scale, is the national ambition, Thailand's net zero target, surging data center demand, and the grid investment to support them. But the common thread is the solar has crossed the tipping point from why to how fast. The economics now beat the grid and the policy liberalizing through the direct PPA and the third-party access, and the storage is making the solar firm and the reliable is not just cheap. What converts from the potential into the gigawatt is not a panel. It's the enabling the model, smart financing that remove the upfront barrier and integration that make the clean energy simple to adopt. And what the Green Yellow has focused for nearly two decades, with over 220 megawatt deployed in Thailand and also more than 500 megawatt peak in Asia. So we as Green Yellow tend to be the one of the main engines of the next wave of the green energy. Yes.
Quite a complete answer. Now let's hear it from Kun Pisan.
Okay, thanks for having me here. Pisan from CleanMac Thailand. CleanMac is a PPA developers focusing on the CNI sector. So I will my explanation will related to CNI sector. So what will drive the next wave of growth of solar adoption? I think in my experience, for very large power consumer like steel, like a petrochemical, I think the recent announcement of the TPA will enable this group of high power consumption to use the solar energy from offsite. Let's say we secure the land and then we develop solar farm and inject into the grid. That will help a lot on the clean energy adoption of this group of company, which is one of the major industry in Thailand as well. So for me, offsite and PPA will help a lot for boosting the adoption in the coming years. And for those who consume the medium and small size of company who already install solar on rooftop and already solar already meet the requirement. So I think if they still have some loop, energy buybacks and trading may allow them to think to add more solar on the roof and then make a revenue on that. I think for me, these are two the big factor for me to increase the adoption of solar energy.
Thank you, Kun Pisan. That's an interesting take. The high power consumption sector, like say iron and steel, like a petrochemical, even glass. So these industries are aluminum as well. These industries do not like decarbonize easily. Like how much solar panels? How many solar panels would be enough if you put it on the roof? It's never going to be enough. So,
Yeah.
but it can be accessed through third-party access, which will go to a standalone like unit. But maybe we have to reconsider making solar farms again if the transmission and distribution loss, like we can accept it. Which brings us to the next question, and we want to hear from Kun Jakit. Which segment would offer the strongest opportunities over the next like 5 years?
Okay. Let me share a little bit on the technology side. I think the next wave of the solar growth, the residential CNI and the utility scale. Yeah, I think this is the thing that outer wind here and we are focusing on. I think the first one for sure, residential, we have a lot of the supporting subsidy from the tax rebate from the tax. So next one is the net metering. We can sell the energy back to the grid, so we can be like really supporting information to the household market to install more. I think this is the first one. And the second one, I also think about the CNI. I think don't worry about we need to do the cost reduction of the energy. After Iran, Israel war, they make a lot of the inflations on i- yeah to the price of the electricity. So we will need to do ourselves to survive. We eliminate the risk. So we need to use the solar and energy storage in the site as much as possible. This is the one who drive into this way for sure. And the last one for the solar community in the real one last week, Corporation, they have the committee to start 1,500 megawatt for the solar community. That is the three part that should be among the 5 years the growth in industry.
I see. Yeah, that's an interesting take. Yeah, we don't have to worry much about the CNI sector, right? We all of us are trying to like reduce expenses and industrial. It's like I used to mention in a webinar or like a panel discussion like this a few years ago that now You don't have to convince the commercial industrial sector anymore. Yeah. So they just go with it and like, okay, all the biddings are really cutthroat. Like we are offering cheaper and cheaper solutions with quality to all the factories and all the buildings out there. So we now, okay, let's hear it from Kun Komsan on the growing sectors of opportunities over the next 5 years. I would like to hear you on that.
Okay, thanks, Kun Pasmon. So we meet you every event coming lately. So, well, thanks for the questions. Well, I'm Kumsan from Peak Energies. With this, we are the independent renewable development company across Asia. Okay, we do both CNI and utility and as well as energy storage cover Asia. So, well, to answer your questions, well, I think 5 years somehow is considered a little bit short, for Thailand, because of in my point of view, Kun Chakrit answer actually cover in all of those opportunity for the currently market in Thailand, including residential CNI and utilities. Actually, all of them we have the clear opportunities, as Kun Sakit said that residential have the support on the tax, utility also as well. We will have like the community solar programs coming soon. CNI and as well as the utilities, we have like the direct PPA coming on the data center and later for another industry as well, right? So by the way, I think what is the strongest opportunity, it would be on the government support. Well, I think in the short terms, the residential actually has been promoted on the tax rate, and that would be very fast because of it will be the small one, so the transaction and installation take really short times. So that would be, I think, in my view, it will be the strongest in terms of the short terms. But in the midterm, well, I think the data center would be considered, right, as the utility or maybe CNI because of the off-taker is the data center. But okay, the size of the project itself considered as the utilities because of it will be like the more than 50 megawatt or 100 megawatt projects for solar, including the battery storage. So to answer you, the short term would be the residential, mid-term would be the data center, and the long term, even if the CNI is continually, installed by the owner itself, but okay, to be boom, I think it need to have like some regulation to support. For example, like the zero export on the CNI because of a lot of the CNI off-taker, the factory, they are operate only on the working days, so they lost the opportunity on the Saturday or Sunday. So if there is any new regulation support on the let's say no zero export, let's say, that would be promoted on the CNI as well, which is shall be in the long term. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kun Komsan. It's not every day that people rub the subsidies policy in my face again. Okay, the thing is that I installed my home solar 2 years ago. Yeah, right before they have tax rebate come out. And when I told this to all my friends and colleagues, they said that, well, you buy first, you save first, like those EV people. Okay. So they rub that in my face. Yeah. But talking about the residential side, so when I already installed the solar on my home, my mom always said that, okay, what about batteries? And bring us to the question from our audience. So let's link it to our existing question. So on the bigger side, on the macroeconomic side, our questions would be, will battery storage become a mainstream investment? And what are the most promising use case? Let's link it to the microeconomics a little bit. Somebody's asking, when does adding a battery make more sense for homeowner than just a solar alone? So these two questions are tied up. Let's go back to you, Simon. I want to hear it.
So thank you. Let me just repeat the question. Okay. So when the battery will make sense, right? That's the question.
Yes, that is the microeconomics questions, and will it be the mainstream investment in the future?
Okay. It's a very good question. Okay. Thank you for asking. I just let's say share from my point of view. Okay. From my point of view, I think, investing in the energy storage system, I mean, batteries, as you may know, is, I would say, all through Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, etc. Now the residential energy storage system is very, very hot. I think people are really kind of crazy, to install not only the PV but also the batteries. I think you may hear that, some companies are even, or some local distributors, inventory and batteries, inverters really sold out, right? Because I think one of the most important, let's say, reason is battery, or let's say price really, let's say, drop down a lot. And another, let's say, I would say, very important trigger is the Iran war. People realized, electricity price or energy price increased so fast. People they were kind of stimulated to install the solar. So I hope the answer the question. Next one is, I think, you see, for residential before, I think most of the system are just on-grid systems. And even though, let's say now people are kind of crazy to install the batteries, it's still not enough. Still, lots of homes, I don't know how many percentage, are not installed with solar. I think as long as the battery price not increasing, and I think the electricity price will not drop, because the data center, they can consume such a lot of electricity. So electricity will be, let's say, more and more, let's say, in shortage. So I think people are really, let's say, will install more batteries so that they can be really, let's say, energy more independent. That's my view. Yeah. And while, Soul Planet, we have all the solutions for the residential. Soul Planet is actually worldwide top 3 in residential strain and energy storage systems. So it's very pity you installed 2 years ago. If you want to add some batteries, hopefully you can try Soul Planet. Yeah, that's all from my side, Mr. Pasamont.
Thank you, Simon. Okay. Let's hear it from Kunchakit. Yeah. Do you share this view about the batteries? Are they going to be mainstream investment, and when does it make sense? Yeah. Please feel free to share.
Yeah, my experiences, until now, we install, I think, more than 10 sites, 10 megawatt hour, maybe. I try to say is maybe if coming from the cost price, I still believe this year, next year, after next year, the cost will be cheaper and cheaper again. So we look it up from $300 per kilowatt hour until now 130, 120, or even lower than 100. Or this is the price that the cost to make it make sense. The cost, it should be less than 100, or even $70 or $80 per kilowatt hour. That is the make sense on the my view in terms of the CNI segment, or to apply. If we can get it this around this number, I think the domination and the deployment from the solar, only solar, and also with solar and energy storage will be deployed maybe more momentum on that. Yeah, this is the for my view. But for the residential segment right now, I guess it is still starting from maybe from luxury home, maybe from like DIY, the people who want to know the technology side. I think I would be starting from there. But in terms of the CNI and the cost perspective, we are still we trial and we start the waiting for the technology cost down a little bit, and then we can deploy more. Yeah.
Okay, we will try. We will try to reduce the cost from the manufacturer side.
Okay.
So guys, please do not gang up on our sponsors and pressure him to drop the price, okay?
Yeah. I say generally, sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
Well, we have some interesting numbers, and yes, I kind of agree that only luxury or DIY would use that. And another thing is that I there are many homes that like integrate the solar in during the design. Then there are new homes that integrate solar. They told their architects that yes, we will install solar in the next few years. Okay, that's in the design. But the problem is they don't have the space for all the batteries. Yeah, and that thing a little bit more than cost. And when coupled with the like fire safety hazard, yeah, they think more about it. I understand. Kun Komsan, you are raising your hands. You want to pitch in to this one? Thank you.
Yes. I just want to share something because of we are the investor, right? We are the developer, and we have like the utility size project in Australia. It is a utilities batteries. In our point of view, the battery still not the mainstream investment yet in Thailand. I agree with Kun Jakrit about the cost, but that is just on the cost for the installation, right? The cost for the battery, but the operational itself, I mean, there are another cost, and until we have like the big battery installed in the Thailand, so that the supplier like they have the team to have like the operations and maintenance service with this, the cost will be lower and lower. And talking about the battery is not like the solar. For me, the solar is easy, right? We install. So normally just only cleaning, right? But for battery itself, it needs to have like the battery charger, and it need the good maintenance, and it's always have the failure every times. If we consider the cost of the maintenance add up to the installations, that would be the problem. So, if again, for me, because of Thailand, we have like the peak off peak, right, for the CNI customer. Well, if the peak and off peaks gap is like this for me, if the battery price is lower than 100 US dollar per kilowatt hour, that would be work, right, including the cost of the maintenance. But so far right now is not yet that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, when people like talking about install solar, they sometimes they know about the numbers that okay, solar panel can stay for long and long, 20 years, yeah, with decreasing efficiency, of course, but they often not thinking about that you may have to replace inverter every 5 years, and yeah, if they forgot about inverters, they also forgot about batteries. If they, it may requires even more maintenance. Okay. Okay. Kun Pisan, you would like to add more about the CNI? Thank you very much.
Okay. I think for battery, so based on our case of our customer, let's say, battery will be one of the last choice, let's say, because in daytime the customer will use solar, right? And in nighttime, once we have the TPA, we find the location to also install the wind energy for nighttime and evening. So these solar and wind together will supply sometimes over 60% of the clean energy from what customer demand. And most of the case, the battery will go at the last option for 10-20% for very critical load, whereby power shut off is not allowed, right? So for me, I see the case of battery adoption, but will be not the major portion in terms of the replacement of normal grid consumption. Yeah.
Thank you for your comment, Kun Pisan. Kun Chanes, we're not forgetting about you, okay? But you'll handle one of the difficult question. We just talk a lot about prices and price point of all these batteries. Of course, putting on the battery is like, okay, of course it's about peak electricity pricing and other things like normal use. So the view is that how are the rising electricity prices and concerning energy security would accelerate the solar adoption or even solar and battery adoption. So what's your view? This is for like homeowners and businesses.
Yes, I think the rising the electricity prices, I think have changed the way of the businesses think about the solar. It used to be a sustainability decision, but today is the financial. But when the tariffs keep going up and stay unpredictable, solar become the protection, and it's locked a lower and stable energy cost for the next many years, instead of leaving you exposed to whatever the grid price go next. The energy security for me makes that case even stronger. For example, for a factory or a data center, on outage of the sudden price jump hits the operation or on the profit directly. Generating your own clean power, especially with the storage, give you a level of the control you simply can't buy from the grid. And for me, the energy is shifting from a fixed cost that businesses just accept to something that they can actively manage. That's exactly how Green Yellow is built. With our zero capital solar PPA, customers start saving from day one and know what they will pay for a year ahead, because we can carry the investment, not them. And we don't just sell the clean electricity, but we sell the certain in the market that has a very little of it. Yeah, this is more my view.
Thank you very much. Anyone want to comment on the price? We are having like a different the direction now these days. The government is I'm not supposed to make this panel a little bit more political, but let's talk slightly about it. That each and every government seems to be trying to lower the livelihood expenses for everyone, and this one they just want to decrease the electricity price, removing all the like public lighting cost out of it, and like removing the data center burden out of the residential, all this. So anyone wants to comment more on the price? Kun Komsan?
Yes, thank you. Well, for me, on the price, exactly in the beginning, the price actually boosts the solar, right? Frankly speaking, actually back into 3-4 years ago, during the COVID situation, we did the electricity price in Thailand, suddenly, shoot up for, I think, 30 or 40% increase. It is okay. A lot of the people, including, for the CNI, start to invest a lot on the solar. By the way, in fact, after that, the price going down, right? So, and still the FT keeping going down so far. So that's why, okay, somehow it is, there are two sides of the coins, which is, okay, in the beginning it's promote, but somehow right now, a lot of people's questions on what exactly shall be the, how it's licensed, I mean the price, right? What exactly is the price in the, next 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, or 20 years? Well, in that case, somehow it's once the people questions, it means that they don't sure and they saw the list, and maybe with that questions they are stopping or put it on hold to invest, right? So that's why, okay, consider on the CNI, because CNI in Thailand we have two main business model, right? Which is, okay, the CNI owner, they invest by themselves, and another one is the private PPA, right? I saw that, okay, recently the owner of the factory, put on hold to invest by themselves because of they don't see how is the long-term saving they will get, right? So it will impact on the payback on the, on the investment. So, well, somehow, by the way, I think in this room as well, we have Clean Max, right? We have like Clean Yellow, which is including Peak Energy. We are the developer, and we offer the private PPA. So we are actually, we have the team, we have the economics, I mean the expertise. So we can ensure that, okay, we can invest for you, and you don't need to invest any money, but you start to saving, right? And for the risk of those the price increase or decrease or whatever, give it to us, so we will manage it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It seems that, of course, the price is related to policies and regulatory. Of course, somebody told me that, okay, having a peak prices, like the peak demand and demand charge, that matters a lot for CNI. So let's talk a bit about it. And this is one of the most common questions that I get to ask every year. Okay. And yeah, of course, but then the answer tends to be the same every year. But I am hoping not this year. So let's go to Kun Jakit. So what are the biggest policy, regulatory, and grid challenges that could impact Thailand's solar growth trajectory?
Oh, okay. If you ask this kind of the policy, I would be one voice to support and to push the government to have announcement of the CPA as soon as possible. We are we cannot be like waiting for a long time to do this kind of thing, because the TBA is open access. Like many of the industry in terms of the CNI, they want to fix and they want to reduce the risk of the electrical cost. You can see the Hormuz closed and the war, many places in the world make the pricing of the oil and gas and petroleum, everything is going up. It's affect to every country, so we could not be waiting anymore about the Thai third-party access in this way. And for CNI, they are trying to help themselves using the fixed energy cost, using the solar. And even they can be like install the solar and energy storage right now, but still expensive, but they can do it. They can do it still cheaper than the grid price. So everyone help itself. So until like residential sectors, but there's so many like subsidies from the government. It's okay. That is a good thing. But okay, the policy first, third party access to make it one wise to the government too. Yeah, will be affect to the solar industry a lot.
Yes, very interesting. Kun Pisan, Do you share the same view? Because I thought third-party access was it was in the like approved by ERC many years ago, but we still don't have like a sub regulations or sub laws that really grant it with all those like access to the PEA or MEA grid or distribution grid or transmission grid or like the wheeling charge. Yeah, I don't see that for some time. I don't see that development in that area. So, Kun Pisan, do you share that the TPA, actionable TPA, is like one of the biggest contribution if it's finally out?
Yeah, agree with Kun Jakit and on TPA. I think this is the major factors that will drive the growth of solar significantly, and also increase the clean energy adoption for factories, for CNI, for residential. So this is the real case. So in many countries have this policy, and then the growth of the solar wind energy adoption is going 10 times in 5 years for clean max. Let's say in 2015 something, right? We growth significantly because of this kind of policy. Because once the factory already use all the roof for solar and they still demand the green energies, they cannot source elsewhere, right? Except the lakes, right? This kind of the policy will allow them to adopt more solar energy significantly. So I'm really have a hopeful on the TPA policy and actionable numbers relating to using the government infrastructure. Yeah.
So, Kun Komsan, do you agree with that?
Yeah, everybody looking for that, right? So I think, these questions has been up for, I mean, two years already, right? So everybody waiting for that. By the way, I just want to add another regulation with this is will be make the market more booming on the net metering for the C9. It is okay. Right now is I can say that okay. All of those CNIs factory who they consume let's say 7 days per week, they have already installed solar, right? And by the way, the one who still shut down the plant or not operate on Sunday or Saturday, they are waiting for that one. So I think battery cannot help on that one, right? Because of it's just only 1 or 2 days per week. So the battery will not help as well. So other than the third party access, I think the net metering would be another regulation that will boom the market. Yeah.
Thank you, Kun Komsan. I guess we are not just waiting for TPA. I am also waiting for the for the PDP. I'm not sure which one will come out before.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Enough about politics. Let's go back to technology side. Okay. About for this one, we would like to ask Kun Chanes. So, how do you think that how are like these smart energy solutions that we have been talking, like solar storage, even EV charging and energy management system, how are they reshaping the customer expectation? Like, okay, if in the old days, people just install solar and happy when it works. They see in their app, they are using aircon, it works. But now we have more solutions to offer. Do they have like change expectation?
Yes, I think the biggest change I see in what customer ask for us, they used to ask for the solar rooftop as a product, but now they ask for an outcome. It maybe helps me to cut the carbon, control the electricity cost, and also keep it simple. But they don't want to manage maybe the 5 vendors, 5 suppliers for 5 technologies, but they want maybe one partner who can bring the solar storage, EV charging, and energy management together into one system. Maybe ideally finance is too. Solar gives them maybe the cheaper and the cleaner power. Storage give them the reliability around the clock, 24 hours, something like it. And and energy management is energy management tie is together, so they can actually see and control what they use. And the deeper chain that the energy is becoming something the business manage, not just pay for it. And is it exactly how green yellow is built? We are not just the panel installer, we are an energy solution provider and also the integrator with an dedicated storage business and our own energy management software developed in-house. And the winner here won't be the whoever sell the most panel, but it will be the whoever can run the whole system for the customer and stand behind how it performs. Yes, that is my view.
Thank you, Gunchanes. Thank you. So let's hear from Simon. So because of this question is about the technology and how they're changing a customer expectation. So Simon, do you think that all these solutions are reshaping customer expectation? Because okay, your company make inverters, yeah, and then in the past, I mean, sometime in the past, inverters are a very simple design. One button, one line. It does only one thing, converting the direct current into the alternate current. But nowadays, people are expecting more, right? Inverter has to be able to switch on, switch off all the panels. There's a cloud. It has to be able to avoid hotspot and maximize output. Yeah. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, I think you raised a very good question, and also, Soul Planet. Actually, let's say we were, former SMA China. The company has around 20 years of history of producing inverters, but actually now we're not just an inverter company. So for sure, in the past years, if you check the portfolio, we expanded from inverters to energy storage systems and then energy management systems. And then we also have EV chargers. And also we have the CNI, let's say PCS cabinet, BSS, etc. So I would say, the market is changing. Actually, the suppliers are all changing. It's just if we only provide one component, like one inverter, and then it will be very difficult for customers. Okay, I buy inverter from you, I buy battery from them, I buy PCS from another, and then I buy the EMS from another one. That's very complex. So from the manufacturer's side, we need to make things easier for our customers, and then they can have a faster, let's say, installation period. And then especially when it comes to O&M, one platform with everything integrated together, it will also save their O&M cost. Yeah.
Okay, slightly follow-up question. In your experience, for the CNI customers, is it like more success if you try to sell the whole ecosystem to them, or is it more success in the residential?
Okay. It's a very good question. Okay. Because currently, I think in Thailand, for residential, I think it's easier. Easier. Okay, because currently, I think most of the residential customer in Thailand, they need both inverters and batteries, right? And also, EV car in Thailand also now, it's really growing very fast, right? And then also for sure, you need an app to really monitor and control the inverters, batteries, and EV cars, which we have all of them actually. So I think for Soul Planet in Thailand, I think residential, in terms of, let's say, the sales cycle, right, it's really faster. But for CNI, I think it's maybe two different one. If you're talking about the on-grid, so in terms of on-grid solutions, Soul Planet is actually we are world top 3 in terms of the shipment. So our quality is very good because we make for SMA, Siemens and Schneider's and many, big brands are actually designed and made by us. So our quality are very, very good. And then actually we're independent from SMA. Our cost positioning, our price positioning is really affordable market. So I think, this is why Sharkman is really top 3 in the world. So on-grid, I think is not an issue, but for the, CNI plus the BESS, I think for some customer, the battery price still an issue. So I think some customer, they hope, the energy storage system can be lower and then their IR can be better because in Thailand, the electricity price is high, but actually it's not ridiculous high. It's not like some, let's say, countries like Philippines, their electricity price in Ireland, it can be $2 per kilowatt hour. So in that case, their IR can be much faster. But in Thailand, factory price is not crazy. So customer really need to, calculate. But, whenever customer, they have the budget, we have the right solutions. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much about that. So in my experience, yep, for CNI, it's difficult to sell the whole ecosystem to them as well, especially the brownfield development, brownfield plan. Yeah, because everyone wants to sell the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, everyone has the whole suite of product and portfolio, but you end up what? You end up with, okay, we have Yokogawa DCS, we have Mitsubishi PLC, we have a legacy system from Emerson, or yeah, we have Honeywell as well, and that turbine is from Siemens, another turbine from GE. Yeah, it's more like a Frankenstein stuff. Yeah, and the one who has like the most sought out feature is that can you help me integrate all these things? Yeah, that is a very tough job for system integrator. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but the CNI, but I'm happy to say that, okay, residential is still quite easier to sell the whole ecosystem because probably the decision maker is only one entity.
Yeah.
You can convince him or her, and that's it. They buy your whole system. Yeah. Okay. Kun Chakrit, you would like to voice on that?
Yeah. Want to add some more to Simon? Yeah, but I think that it's a good question, and I'm really familiar with these questions about the technology side, the devices. I think we can add more on the like we operate. Our Wing is operate 4,000 sites around the world, around Thailand. So we are applying AI energy optimizations operations. So we could be maybe the one or two to start this kind of the energy optimizations monitoring. So this is the one thing that okay, if your Soul Planet maybe develop this is kind of the functions might be helpful on the developers. So next one is the technology in the market. So I am in the industry of the agriculture and in food industry. So I would be cannot be only solar and energy solid can be used in the factory, can be used in the industry. So you have to mix between solar and biogas and biomass, or even others energy recovery platform, or maybe some like this kind of the technology might be very helpful, and it's coming more very interesting in the real market. If you have this kind of thing, then we can use it as the total solutions of the energy solution. It lead to the RE100. So everyone need to push the industry or themselves to make the really 100%, nearly 100% renewable energy sector. So I think the technology will drive, but it cannot drive without the technology that we mentioned. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kunjakit, for adding that. Okay, we'll talk about the policies. We'll talk about the technology, customer expectation. Yeah, we want to touch a bit on the financing side. Back to the money. So we talked about price before, but price is one thing. You saw the label. Yeah, you just have to ask yourself, can I afford it? But then people flip out their credit card and say, yes, I can afford it and I will pay it later. So we will be talking about how the financing and business models can make solar more accessible and bankable. So this question is open. Anyone wants to pitch in, please go ahead.
Okay, Pasmon, I will go first. So, well, because of I work in this industry for long, right? With I think more than 10 years. I know that actually financing is the one of the barrier because of back into more than 10 years ago in Thailand. Before at that time we have like the adder, right? It is everybody don't want to do that because of there is no financing support. The bank will not finance on those projects, right? Until one day that the banks coming to support on that one. Start by ADP. I mean the Asian banks, right? So after that, it will promote. But right now, other than those utility scale solars, well, is coming into the CNI, and CNI will somehow right now it could be financed by the corporate loan, right? It's easy on the corporate loan, but once we consider that we want to do the project financings, that would be the problem because of the banks will need at least the collaterals to be put into that loan, but without the collateral somehow it's not work. And somehow you cannot have the money to finance until the project has been COD, and actually that would be the problem. So by the way, because of right now I work at the Big Energies, which is the company backed by the Stone Peak, who are the infrastructure funds. So with this one actually they are supporting on the capitals, operational support, and as well as a commit to the partnership with this to grow the market. So this one we can partner with anybody who want to grow the market in terms of the renewable unities, focusing on the solar and battery, and also as the wind turbines. So we are open to discuss to cross the barrier, right, to grow the market. So I think this would help the market to grow with the innovative, let's say, partnership that we can work together. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kun Komsan. Okay. Oh, we do have related question from the audience. Yeah, this is about financing of the solar. Let's take a look. Okay, this is a very innovative solution. Okay, any of you provide zero upfront cost to residential customers? This is the greatest innovation. Even I would like it. So and if you do so, how do you finance it?
I will answer this first. So normally, all of the main, developers, they are working on the CNI, right? So residential somehow waiting for a while. I think that they will have some of the new government policies that they will ask the PEA to invest for the residential customer. So I think coming soon within this year, maybe it will announce. Yeah.
Interesting. My dad retires from PEA. He never mentioned this.
Wait for a while. I think somebody cooking on that one. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we are approaching our near the end. Let's close this one with the questions, then the showcase for our sponsor. So the next and the last questions: what innovations and partnerships will be critical in accelerating Thailand's next phase of distributed solar growth? This question to you first, Simon. You can say zero upfront cost. I don't mind.
I think that would be from our developer friends in the pounds, zero cost. From our side, we're the component suppliers, right? So the innovation, I think, will not be just a single products. It's better, the integration, as we mentioned before, everything, inverters and batteries, EV chargers, energy storage systems, and meters, right? Because Thailand, you have zero export, etc. All of this, we actually provide all of this, okay? And then for sure, the product must be suitable for local market. Thailand is very hot, right? So the high temperature performance should be very good, and for sure, it should be suitable for the business models like in the EMAs, right? In the energy CNI, BSS, you have different kind of load profiles, and then in some countries they have different kind of price schemes. Every day the price keep changing, so in that case the EMS needs to have lots of capabilities. So all of this should be from the manufacturers, etc. And then for sure we need to have very, very good partners, or the EPC partners, and because they know the market. They're also, from their point of view, they're pushing, let's say, the manufacturers to design the suitable products, customized products, or easy installation products, and easier for the own name products, for sure. The after sales service, a local one is a given, right? And then for sure, I think another thing, not very related with innovation directly, but it's training or certification. We're also important, because sometimes there's regulation change, there's certification change. So some company maybe just say, oh, the regulation changed too much, maybe I don't want to go to this market if the market is not big enough. So yeah, if the access to some market is also not that strict or not that difficult, is also helpful for new innovation to this market. While lastly, from my side, as a manufacturer, we have the other, let's say, suitable technologies. We are, one of the largest inverter and energy storage suppliers, right? So we I think for Thailand market, so we're close to Thailand. We have local team, very reliable quality and very reasonable price. So yeah, we hope we can contribute from our part for the growth of the solar industry in Thailand. Thank you everybody in the call today and in the webinar today.
Thank you very much, Simon. That is also very good. So we are we're at the end of this webinar. So let me wrap up. Thank you all of the panelists, esteemed panelists. All of these are like a very fruitful discussion. Talk about ecosystem. We talk about everyone is waiting for third-party access. To talk about the pricing and when to invest in batteries. Okay. So thank you, everyone. And let me tell you about a teaser for next time when we meet. One question for next time. I will be asking about Lemon Law, how it's going to affect solar EPC developers and manufacturers. That's for next time. Shanim, go back to you.
As we have come close to the end of today's webinar, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our speakers, our distinguished panelists, and our partner, Soul Planet, and every one of you for joining us today. We hope today's discussion have provided valuable insights into Thailand's evolving solar and energy storage landscape and highlighted the opportunities that lie ahead for residential, commercial, and industrial clean energy adoption. Thank you once again for being with us. Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to welcoming you to many more Solar Cotton knowledge sessions in the future. Good day, and thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.